Hey everyone, Morgan Lynn here. I wanted to jump on today and start a conversation. I've been noticing lately in some of my events, in my coaching sessions, and then as well on my Facebook group, a beautiful conversation that seems to be repeating. And I love pattern work. I love watching how things cycle through my life, and it gets my attention. And then I start really delving into it just to see what it is for me, right? So this is a conversation around how do you know when you're overwhelmed? And yeah, I'm speaking specifically to the empaths and the HSPs in the world, but overwhelm isn't just an empath thing. Yeah, we experience it quite a bit, but it's a human thing. And so I'm kind of speaking to everybody out there. How do you know when you're overwhelmed? I posed this question in my Facebook group, and some of the answers that I got back were really interesting to me to just kind of watch how people relate to this conversation. And I was surprised to get a lot of the answers back that said, well, I notice that I'm shutting down. And so what I asked them in response to that is, yeah, but what's the first thing you notice? Because for me, if I'm shutting down, that's the last step to being overwhelmed. That's when all of our system is so bombarded that the only thing left it can do is start shutting down the energetics and the sensory and the light and the sound and the emotion. It's going into survival mode. So to me, the shutting down phase is the last ditch effort that the surviving ego human part of us can do to deal with whatever's going on. And so to put it back on them, what is the first thing you notice when you begin to shut down? And for me, I feel like body indicators are a really important clue as we're navigating life. I know that we live in a really like blow and go, got to get these things done, just put your head down and get to work kind of lifestyle. And so we rarely check in as we're going, which is why the shutdown is the thing that we're noticing. Because as we're going through all those steps, we don't stop and take notice of the things that are hurting before the actual shutdown. So I wanted to challenge you, if you're open to that, to try and shave down that response time to the moment you realize something is shifting within me and I'm beginning to feel overwhelmed. As an example, for me, being empathic, this is the space in my body that I am very strongly attuned to. This area between my throat and my heart is usually the first place I feel anything in life, whether it's a good thing or it's a not so good thing, right? This is the indicator that lets me know that I'm either in alignment or not. And so, how it feels to feel alignment when I'm thriving and I feel connected to something and I'm inspired, it feels like it's open and breezy, pliable and soft and flexible in life. And so there's this feeling of like this that's when I know I'm doing okay. But when I begin to get into an overwhelm phase, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter, it begins to close in and tighten, where I then start noticing a shortness of breath. I can feel my back kind of curling in on it, like I'm hunkering down for protection, right? That's the very first thing I feel. And then if I don't catch that, if I'm just so distracted and so busy and I don't catch that, then there's a series of shutting down from that place. So I challenge everyone that's open to this to find the moment you recognize you are beginning to shut down. Because there's this really great moment of like catching that and then going, oh, wait, something's happening. What's going on? Let me take a couple of breaths. Let me just come back into my body. And then making some energetic space for yourself, because anytime we're overwhelmed, no matter the reason, there is a constriction within our body. And what if we just took a moment and breathed and we just made some space that can curb the next phases of the overwhelm. So I just wanted to put that out in the public. I've had all these private conversations with people, and it's just so delicious. And it's such a small change in our life that can actually have big outcomes. Because this little tiny moment, the very first signal that we're becoming overwhelmed, if we don't catch it, it domino effects towards that place of shutdown. But what if we could domino affect it towards this place of clarity and alignment instead? Paying attention and being attuned to where you feel it in your body is the first step. So maybe just take a few moments today, checking in with yourself, make sure that you're feeling really good, like make sure that there's this space in you. But then watch when that changes and see what you can do about it. Where does it rest in your body? Where is that tightness in your body? And if you took a couple of breaths and you opened up that energetic space, would that help shift it? I want to hear from you. If you're open to sharing about in this video, just comment below and let me know what that looks like to you and what you're discovering about yourself. Because the goal really is to try and be in alignment the majority of the day and not get overwhelmed and shut down. So I'd love to hear from you about what that looks like to you and what you've found out about yourself and get into a conversation about it. If you're open to joining the empath group, I'm going to drop the link in this post as well. We'd love to have you. We have lots of great conversations in there. And that empath group is for the sensitive souls that are really just trying to navigate this world as a whole being and not be so scattered and shut down and overwhelmed. And we'd love to have you. So like and share this video. Let's get the word out. Let's play with these little games. And yeah, please let me know how it goes for you. Thanks, guys.